where we could just like free roam and all that stuff. Does Sam say anything new? I gotta hear his new joke if he's got one.
Hello, Ryder. Exploring the exaltation facility brings a Solarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
We also have to go pay a visit to Sam because we found some more memory triggers and we need to get that stuff taken care of. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. Humor?
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why do Elcor start stampedes?
I don't
Because
know.
they wish to be heard.
I like it. I think he just has one per like mission or something.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
If it's still white, they have more to say. Yeah, we've done a bunch of stuff in the war stories things, but he started telling me enemies that I haven't seen yet, so I was like, I'll just hold off on it. But yeah, that is true. Let's see our emails. Message from Vold, Intel on Kett. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Rayless. I serve the Angaran Resistant. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Kett that I'm certain will intrigue you. I will wait for you on Vold. Please come soon. Rayless. Stress tests from Kahlo. Hello, Ryder. Quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Yeah! New follower notification. There we go. Chira Kitty, thank you so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the community, and thank you for joining us. Awesome, awesome stuff. Let's see. Not that I encourage you risking your life for stress tests or anything. Still, well done. I spoke to the Moshai when I happened past the medbay. She left an impression, I must say. Patient, but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture in that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. There we go, man. Awesome. Remington says, good you changed it. The Reaper one would have scared me to death right now. Yeah. Yeah, before I changed it, we had this like 8-bit Reaper, and then the Reaper sound effects were loud. We had that for our Mass Effect 3 playthrough, and then I kind of just left it until we figured something else out for Andromeda. Should be sleeping, but worked for 42 hours straight. Ships humming. I almost thought it said humping. Chips humming. Called it quits to get a little shut-eye, but I'm wide awake here. Figured I'd use the time to practice my poetry. Oh no. Here we go, Gil. Didn't know I practiced poetry? Neither did I. Probably because I don't. But here it goes. Helios, are you healing us? Or will we regret ever coming? Because the Kett are forever bumming our space. Wait a minute, is that actually good, or has the analytical spear of my brain fallen asleep? That's not a good poem, man. It's not good. The Reaper Thrum, yeah. Yeah. I probably could play it, but I don't know. It's fine. But yeah, the infamous Reaper noises. You know how I'm out here searching for me true purpose? Yeah, poetry ain't it. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh. Why did he say for me true purpose? My true purpose. He's drunk. He's tired. He's been up for 42 hours or something like that. There you go. He needs to stick to engineering. Yeah, yeah. Yep. For sure. Alright, well. This area is clear. Let's see what everyone in here is talking about. Probably Vetra and Liam. Ah, it's Raise the Nomad. Who raised my Nomad?
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
Let's talk to Vetra, I guess. He's probably hanging out in her room.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Kett are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Kett bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I actually forgot about Sarah until you just mentioned her name. Because up to this point, she is still in the coma. I'd be devastated.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
I've lost parents too. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we have. Let's say it anyway.
I know what it's like to lose a parent. I've lost both now. Mom died before we left.
Our father didn't die. Or maybe he did. We don't really know. He just didn't come home. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
Man, I've hit the... sort of the flirt option on Vetra a couple of times. I don't know... I'm not sure who I want to pursue yet. I don't know. I'll make sure you're fine. You're pretty far from home. We'll say this. Emotions.
We're a team.
Emotions response.
I'll make sure you're always there for Sid.
Thank you, Ryder. That means a lot to me. At least Sid's older now. Maybe I don't have to worry as much. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Okay. Remington says, so what you thinking about romance so far? My choice would be clear. I know you're 100% for Jal. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. It's kind of still too early. I don't know. I want to do something different, though. Like, when we did the Mass Effect trilogy run, in Mass Effect 1, I romanced Liara. Mass Effect 2 was Tali. Or Tali Zora. And then Mass Effect 3 was Liara. So, maybe somebody that's not an Asari. And also, I don't know if PB swings that way or not. I never really pressed her on that. But yeah.
I thought I hated the Kett before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
Ah, this is new. Tell me about raising Sid.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where did you live?
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How'd you survive?
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would, being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got too comfortable.
What about your mother?
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Okay.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Remington says there's 3 to pick from. Any leanings? I mean, I guess our options right now are there's I don't know. Jaw is in that now because of the recent patch. Male writers are now able to romance him if you want. So there's Jaw, there's Vetra, there's Cora, might be PB. I think that's pretty much it. I feel like maybe Gil might be the guy. Like, he can be romanced by male writers probably too. But I don't know. There was an Angarian woman on Aya that we hit the romance option on, or comment or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like it should be an Angaran, but I don't know. I need a female Angaran. I've just YouTubed some male-on-male scenes from the trilogy. Mostly face touching was involved. Nothing too frisky, says Remington's. Pure Kitty says, I think there are 4 full romances and a couple encounters. Ah, okay. Alright. And I was told that, like... Because unlike in the trilogy, like, I pretty much flirted with everybody, and I didn't get in trouble for it. In this game, it's different, I hear. But I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't want to hit the flirty options on everybody and then get in trouble for it later or something. Or end up alone, because I've done that before. I don't want to do that. Not in this game. In another game, I ended up alone, but yeah.
Liam?
Liam, dude.
You're working pretty hard.
I accidentally hit the option on
All the
him.
time. Started young. Smart little kid.
It was funny.
Got angry a lot. Side effect of giving a shit.
Need to talk?
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Kett still what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
Was really tearing you up. Maybe it was how you asked. We can't represent everyone. We are outsiders. I mean, that is true. Let's say that.
Liam, we're not from here and never will be.
But we are here. We can't always be strangers. There's no room. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
Of course. I don't know if we actually did or not, but yeah.
1 or 2 things, but the weight limits were real strict.
I know. That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner. 20th century. British. From when that mattered.
British
My
car.
whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us a transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
Couldn't move my mouse there. Your Kitty says, "What? Ended up alone in Witcher 3? Oh my god, you nailed it. Yep. Yep. I played just a little quick to say this. I played Witcher 3 when it first came out. I played it on release, which was about 2 years ago. And I played it for 2 months straight on my channel. That's all I played. I 100% of the game. I did everything I could. But yeah, I screwed up the romances early on. I wanted to go with Triss, and I screwed that up very early on in the game. And then as you progress through the game, I was like, I don't want to be with Yennefer, even though it's like meant to be and stuff. So I told her no, and then I ended up alone. And it was kind of a bad ending, but yeah. And then just recently, like back in December, I started playing through the expansion. So I did Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, and yeah, I mean, I ended up alone in that. I got the worst ending for Blood and Wine, so that was fun. Still ended up alone. Kind of sucks. Doesn't seem feasible. That's sweet. Let's say that.
It's a nice gesture, but you know you won't see it again.
Oh, it's a couple million years away at standard light. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
You're a man who cares a lot. Let's say that.
It means your family, the Angara, this team. We're all lucky you care so much.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
Okay. The worst ending? Yeah. The worst ending in Blood and Wine. Not the base game, Wild Hunt. The expansion, the DLC, Blood and Wine. I got the worst ending because of the choice we made. Remington says, I take part of that blame. I really wanted to see the Elder. Yeah. The unseen Elder. I mean, it was pretty worth it. But I missed the entire freaking fairy tale world, which would have been amazing to do. So I don't know. One day I think I'm gonna have to play through it just to see what kind of things differentiate from the ending that I got. But anything's better than what we got. So I don't know.
Pathfinder, sorry if things got strange last time we talked. You're the first person I told about all that. It felt really good.
It's fine, man.
Anything I can do for my team, Liam.
Stuff like that goes above and beyond Pathfinder. At least I hope so. Anyway, made me think we should do more just out and about. Off ship. Like the market on Aya. I've got some contacts and some things I'd like your eyes on. But mostly, it's a day out. Something familiar. Turns out I need that.
Sure, man. We can hang out. Talk to Liam on Aya. We also have to do that movie night that he wanted us to do. It's also a thing, too. You need to play through Blood and Wine again with the other option. It's more fun. Yeah, I know. There was another longtime viewer of mine that isn't around as often because he's busy. But yeah, when he first found out that we got the worst option and we took the other path and didn't take the better path, he was pretty disappointed in us. It's just like, I don't know. I just had a feeling that, you know, people would probably. The Unseen Elder is probably the least picked option. Maybe it's the best. So we kind of went with that, and nope. Even the games, like, are you sure? They give you a second chance later on.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
And I just ignored it. I ignored Regis's warning. Reddit says your Geralt was meant to be alone. Apparently so. Apparently so. Let's see.
Would you mind taking a slight detour and dropping me back in the Milky Way?
Yeah, sure, man.
What's the problem?
Little something I just heard about called exaltation.
Sorry, you're stuck here.
Guess you should have read the fine print on the initiative brochure.
Or read it at all. I gotta start eating more protein and getting a full night's sleep. It'll take everything we got to get through this mess.
Alright, nothing new.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Alright, so we're finishing up the famous little crew talks here after a major mission. Let's see what everyone else is doing, and then we'll figure out where we want to go. I do want to go back to the Hyperion and deal with the memory stuff, and maybe a couple of other things, and then return to Vold and actually explore it, because we didn't even explore it at all.
Reproduction and Kett exaltation are similar in a lot of ways.
I can see it. The Kett take other species' genes. Asari take other species' traits.
Maybe. Don't tell me we actually agree on something.
Changed my mind. They're nothing alike.
Strike team missions. Yeah.
Ryder, exaltation? I never imagined we were fighting Angara.
They're not Angara.
They're no
SPB.
longer Angara. The Kett changed them into something else. That's the atrocity.
We have to stop the Archon, whatever he's up to. The more we learn, the more I realize how much bigger than me this all is. It's humbling.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
Yeah,
You
lots
know
to
it.
do on Vold. Yeah. I mean, aside from that mission, which was kind of big, we have not explored the planet at all. Not like Eos and Havarl. So, a lot of stuff there.
Going through the readouts from the Kett facility. I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
See you around.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, so Jal is in there. Let's talk to Cora first. Pet our monkey, too. Our Pyjack.
Just looking for attention, aren't you?
Makes you wish for a tail that lets you hang upside down. Oh, maybe that's just me.
I mean, he's got a tail. Ah! Monkey hands. Ah!
They aren't just conquerors or slavers. The Kett turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
You can't show them mercy. I feel for Jal. Let's say that.
That's what Jal faces every day. Now that we know the truth.
Friends, neighbors, all changed. And they're loyal to what changed them.
You're pretty worked up about this.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Kett. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
I don't want to say that. I kind of want to say it. I don't know. Cherokitten says, after Eos, I went to Vold. Then I said, F, more environmental hazards. And then I went to Havarl instead. So nice to not have a life support meter. Yeah, that's the bad thing. We did Eos first. And there were times where I was just on foot. And it was like hazard 3. And it's just like, I'm just being dumb. You're supposed to use the Nomad. And then we went to Havarl, and we finished that up yesterday. Well, at least most of what we can do. And then Vold was next up. So, and I know it's all snowy, so I'm gonna have to use the Nomad to get around. But yeah, the life support stuff is pretty annoying. Did I just black out for some seconds out of tiredness, or was that a really sudden cutscene? No, it was sudden. As soon as we opened the door, Cora's face. I don't know why. You and I can handle anything? I don't know, man. Should I romance a human? I don't know. Be interesting to see Cora, though. Dad would have helped. You don't need his take. No, he probably would have helped. Let's say that.
If his experience fell through, he always had smarts to fall back on.
And now, Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
It's a mess. Plans wouldn't help.
We're facing challenges we could never have prepared for.
At least now we can prepare to fight the Kett. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
Ah, drawl. See if she's got anything new to say. It's just flirting for now. Don't worry so much. Oh, okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, then I should have hit that option. All right. Yeah, I'm still learning about how this game is played and all that stuff too.
Back again?
So, I mean, I guess it is flirting because you're not committing to one. You can do it with everybody, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me trying to be, you know, respectful in a way. Not like Mass Effect 1 where talking too much to Ash would put you in a romance with her. Yeah. She would get upset because she's like, yeah, you're spending a lot of time with that Sony. And her little snarky attitude. Now, I thought I asked her about this stuff before, but I don't know. The Asari Arc?
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Won't know until we talk to those Asari on Eos. Any chance of swinging by?
That's why. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Asari Commandos?
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
Ooh. Hi, Skipper. Oh, Ashley Williams. Very first time I played Mass Effect 1, of course, off-stream, I romanced her, and it was interesting. It was interesting. And then this last time around, we went with Liara, but we also saved Kaidan instead of Ashley because I wanted to see the difference there. And but yeah, I don't know. In Mass Effect 1, Kaidan was really boring. And then if you let him live and you see him, you know, over the next course of games, he's way more interesting than he was in the first game for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Tell me about your unit.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
Isn't Asari space peaceful? This is where she laughed and she's like, haha, no, it's not.
Who'd pick a fight with the most powerful species in the galaxy?
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cults, rogue Ardat Yakshi, people demanding a withdrawal from the Citadel. The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems. Sometimes you need commandos for that.
Man. Ardak Yakshi. Remington says, he seemed boring in Mass Effect 1 because there were unseen aliens standing next to him. I guess When you're talking about any sort of sci-fi or whether it be like a show or a movie or video games or anything like that, humans are always going to be like, yeah, you're humans, but let me learn more about the aliens because that's just, I don't know, an instinct, I guess. I thought he was interesting in Mass Effect 1. I don't know, maybe I was just like I didn't give him a chance or something. That and just like the aliens were way more interesting, I guess. I don't know. But he was great in the later games. Military career?
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents, but we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
For
I
love?
spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
We needed a fresh start? I think I would want adventure. I wanted adventure.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons, and to give Sarah a shot at making the discovery of a lifetime. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Alright, let's hear like one war story. Because it's probably just like Drac where it's like infinite almost.
After 4 years with Asari Commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Oh, okay. I'll remember that the next time I encounter a hostile Krogan warlord. Just shove cards down his throat. That's it. Wow. Okay, one more.
Any more Commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic protege. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing. Crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
Alright.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Might stop in from time to time and hear more war stories.